should I make this? Should I make this video only? I'm gonna record the audio, but it might be video only. We'll see. All right. Excuse me. All right. I feel like we need to be a little closer. What do you think? Okay. So welcome to our kitchen. This is that's our refrigerator in the background, and we're sitting awkwardly at our dishwasher. But we have Florida, kind of not quite floor to ceiling windows, but we have 12-foot ceilings in here, and so there's a ton of light coming in. So if we recorded on the other side, there's no light coming in, and we were like really dark. So we wanted y'all to at least get like some decent lighting. So yeah. So do you want to turn off that light behind us? Okay. All right, so the whole reason, let me start the audio real quick, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so the whole reason we're recording this special episode is because we just got back from vacation for Justin's birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Thanks. You said it's not over.
It's not. That's why we're having mimosas at 10:52. This is our prequel to brunch. We're gonna brunch today because we're back in DC area and we're ready to still celebrate his birthday. Y'all know me, I go hard on birthdays. I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready to stop celebrating because I'm just tired. I'm ready to detox a little bit. I know you probably are too. And I really was gonna go to the gym this morning, but then I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait. We're gonna get ourselves together June 1st. But happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah,
okay.
I had a good birthday.
Okay, but overall.
No, overall's been great. I feel like I don't even know when we started celebrating, but it's definitely been
at least 2 weeks, but maybe 3.
Yeah.
So you're a Gemini.
Yeah.
And he told me he doesn't believe in zodiac stuff yesterday, y'all.
No, it's all trash. He would just hate on Gemini for no reason.
That's not true at all. He said that everything that people say that a Gemini is what a Pisces is. Everyone loves Pisces.
Okay, everybody loves Geminis. Like, y'all love to talk about it. It's like...
Who loves Geminis?
You. Let's start there. You.
I love you.
Okay, whatever. So I'm a Gemini.
But I don't love that. That's not why I love you.
All right, anyway, whatever.
Whatever. All right. So, like I said, y'all, this is just real quick in the kitchen. We wanted to just record this little mini episode for y'all because we both love traveling. I think it's one of the things that we have really bonded over the last few years. I think not long after I met you, I was like, where are we going? Like, we're going on our first trip. So I feel like it's always just been a thing. I've always been super big on travel, and Justin seems to, definitely be getting bit by the travel bug around the time we first met. And since then, we've kind of been non-stop traveling. But I want to say this. I want to start this by saying that I think I've been to Mexico either 11 or 12 times now. So I'd like to say, and you've been several times yourself. Mm-hmm. I like to say I'm a decently seasoned traveler in the Caribbean at the very least, but definitely I know Mexico pretty well. Cancun airport almost feels like our home airport a little bit because it's like we just know the airport so good, right? Mm-hmm. So for Justin's birthday, I wanted to go to Tulum. Justin did not care where we went. Justin was just like, okay, this is the budget for the trip. These are days I want to go. Figure it out. I was a little annoyed by that because he waited till about mid-April to say that his birthday is May 28th. But I like to plan things out a little bit more in advance, but I still made it happen. So I just kind of want to start off with first thing that Justin's birthday is over a holiday weekend, Memorial Day weekend. So he's used to it being expensive to travel for his birthday. I'm a little used to that being the same case for me because my birthday is over college spring break in March. So typically it's a little more expensive for me to travel for my birthday as well. But not holiday birthday travel, right? So I started looking into stuff and I'm getting pissed because I'm just like, okay, we waited too late. It's only a month and a half to your birthday. We're not going to find anything. Everything is crazy expensive or whatever. So what did we look around at? We looked at Jamaica, but we decided not to do Jamaica because they still have crazy COVID restrictions. Like they track you on your phone, and depending upon who brings you into the country, you may or may not be able to leave the resort, whatever. And we're definitely people that travel off the resort. We don't just stay on the resort. We looked at Puerto Rico, but they still have 12 a.m. curfews, and I was like, well, we're going to be fully vaccinated by then, so like, what's the freaking point of being in the house at 12 a.m.? Not that we're like super partiers. Y'all think we are, but we're not. But I was just like, if we want to stay out, I want to have the option. So, you know, I have been watching Tulum. Both of us have been watching Tulum on social media. It seemed like Tulum was all the way open. Like, everything was good. So I was like, let's just do Tulum. I was like, I know I did it last year for my birthday. I know we said we weren't going back to Mexico because Justin and I love traveling so much. We went to Mexico twice last year during the pandemic. We went in July and we went in November. And then I had went to Tulum last year in March. So, let me give background of my experience real quick in Tulum. It's very short. It won't take me very long to kind of tell you guys why I decided it was a good idea to go back. I had planned this bomb-ass girls trip to Tulum for my birthday. I think we were going to be there for 5 days. We had, like, really good dinners planned. We had, what else was it? I had a private yacht planned for us. What are you doing? What you need to? Why? Oh, you're back. So we had like these bomb. I had just so much bomb. Oh, sunset, like a beach sunrise meditation plan for us. Like I had all of this stuff. Like when I travel, especially for a birthday, I go all out. I'm all about like we here, we gonna have a good time, whatever. So we go. I think my birthday was on the 14th. I think we leave on the 15th or 16th. Maybe something like that. Maybe it was like that Wednesday. It might have been a Wednesday or Thursday that following week. So we literally leave right after the country had essentially shut down. I remember my birthday was on the 14th in DC. I had this tea party, and on the 15th, DC was like no more indoor dining at all. So we're talking about the very beginning of these COVID restrictions. Nobody knows what's going on. But it's a group chat of all of us, and we're all like, we're not backing out, we're not backing out, we're going. We're all pretty like well-traveled. We're all pretty adventurous in the sense of like, you know, hey, like if we're gonna die, you gotta die some way. So if it's COVID, it's gonna take us out on this trip. We didn't even really believe it. That was the point where we were still thinking black people couldn't get COVID, honestly. I mean, we knew they could, but it was like it wasn't really in Africa like that, right? So we're like, oh shit, black people can't really get it. So this is very early. We were still calling it Corona. Like it wasn't even COVID, wasn't even the term we were using most frequently. We go, we get there. We're there for 1 day. Everyone's texting, DMing us, Instagramming us, like, oh, y'all need to come home. They're gonna shut the border down. Y'all are gonna be stuck in Mexico. First off, I'm thinking, well, like, if I'm gonna get stuck somewhere, like, shit, Mexico's cool. But then I realized I don't have my work computer and I have to work. So, first day, we end up going to, like, a beach club. We end up going to Taboo. It was me and Idel go to Taboo while the other 3 girls are still flying in. Idel was flying in from New York. I was flying in from IAD. And the other 3 girls were flying in from BWI. So, they all go to the airport together. And Idel and I leave from the airport together. So, we get there. It's about an hour and a half. An hour, 45 minutes to get from the airport to Tulum. And the airport is Cancun that you fly into. So we go, Idel and I go have lunch at the beach club. It's like super empty. Like, it's the middle of the daytime, no one's there. We have like pretty much the whole beach club to ourselves. There's like a little bit of music playing in the background, but nothing too crazy. It's just like dead. And so we're like, all right, whatever. So we go back to the hotel room. And I don't remember if we got to dinner that night or if we got to dinner the next night. But anyways, we ended up going to Rosa Negra. We'll talk more about Rosa Negra in a second. We go to Rosa Negra for dinner. This is like the go-to birthday celebration restaurant in Mexico from what I could tell from my research. We go. We're like, it's going to be this turn-up dinner. We're like super excited. We go. And it's like, the food was good. The service, very attentive, but just not very turned up. And I'm like, damn, this kind of sucks. Like, COVID is really ruining everything. So then that next day, so yeah, that was the first night. So then I believe that next day, we end up going to another beach club, and like half of them aren't even open because of COVID. So we're like, well, how are we going to get to the beach? But we'll talk more about Tulum's, I don't know what the word is. I don't want to say infrastructure, what is the terrain? We'll talk a little bit more about, I guess, the terrain of the beaches in a second. So we go, we get to a beach club. We knew that every beach club had a minimal spend. So we're like, okay, we got to be prepared to spend money. Like I had made us shot glasses. We had like cups with our names on it. We had like everything planned for this bomb ass girl trip. So we go and we get to the beach club and it's like literally just us on the beach. The guy was just like so happy to just have somebody there that like they were super attentive to us. There was no minimal spend. We go, and while we're sitting there, my friend Idel's roommate at the time, who I believe is a doctor, sends her like this article about how they're likely going to close down the borders and that U.S. citizens who do not come home immediately will be possibly have to stay where they're at. So I'm like, so we're all kind of like, whatever. We're like, no, but at the time Donald Trump was still our president, y'all, and we have been seeing Donald do stuff the whole 4 years that we never seen nobody do before. So I'm like, all right, y'all, we gotta get serious about this. So we look on like the State Department website. They do say like we're telling travelers to come home to their home country immediately. You know, boom, boom, boom. So we're all just like, all right, y'all, this is gonna be our last day. We're gonna go home tomorrow. So everybody gets their flights changed. At the time, everything was, we were able to get the flights changed. We ended up going home the next day. So I felt really cheated of my trip. And I remember coming home and telling you like, oh, we about to turn up for my birthday because I didn't really get to turn up. So we enjoyed our rest of our week. And I think that you spent at least a year hearing me talk about how bad I wanted to go back to Tulum because I had felt like I was robbed of the experience. Now, I want to say this. When I went to Tulum last year, the only person I ever knew that had traveled there was one of my homegirls that I went to law school with. Her and her cousin had went. I had never even heard of Tulum before. They went like 2 years before that. And it was like in the back of my mind, like I need to go where this place is at. But she was supposed to come on that trip with us, but she ended up not being able to be cleared by her doctor at the time. So she couldn't come. And so, she was just telling us how great it was, how much she enjoyed it, whatever. So I'm like, cool, we're gonna have a good time. I'm seeing like a little bit of stuff on Instagram about it, but not for real. Not a lot of celebrities that started traveling there. It had become one of those bohemian, Bali. They were calling it the new Bali. My cousin had went in October right before I left. She was telling me she had a good time. I'm like, damn, I got robbed of an experience, right? So before I go into any more about it, Justin agrees. Let's book Tulum for my birthday. It's all the way open. Like we're gonna feel good about it because we're not gonna have to worry about the mask and stuff. We'll be vaccinated. It's fine. Like we'll have a good time. So we go. I guess I can. If y'all want any information that I'm talking about, y'all can hit me up and I can share it with y'all. But I booked a reliable travel company that I have used every time we went to Mexico together. But I used them for years before that. A particular travel company. It's great because what I like to do, you know me, Justin knows me, I turn up on the plane, they were still serving liquor. But they don't serve liquor on the plane anymore. So I'm like, vacation, like, we would drink, if we could drink before we went on the plane, that's how I would do it. But we can't because, you gotta be at least decent to get through TSA, right? So as soon as we get there, I'm like, I will always make sure we have beers in the car. It was his birthday, so I let him pick the beers.
Yeah.
And you had Pacifico. So we had Pacifico. We knew we had an hour and a half ride. We ordered a bottle of 1942 for the car. We're gonna tell y'all about some tequilas we discovered over there that are not here. That really sucks. But he had got a bottle of the Hiradar Ultra. So my favorite tequila, y'all hear me talk about a lot, is Hiradar Reposado. And Hiradar Ultra is a different type of añejo tequila that is clear, so it's a unique process.
But they're not paying us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're not paying us for that.
Show them the bottle so they'll know. Show them the bottle. So anyways, he's gonna grab the bottle so y'all can see. I don't even know if they can get it here like that though, honestly. But anyway, so I'm like ready. I got the beers in the car. I bought the shot glasses. They were in my backpack, so we could just pull them out. We could start taking shots in the car. Like we're ready. Like Justin is all like relaxed vibes. Like I'm like we're about to have fun. It's your birthday, whatever. So yeah. So he brought home a bottle. See if y'all can see it. I don't think they can.
Well, I don't know, but I'm taking this back.
There we go.
So you don't open it.
I'm not gonna open it. Shut up.
We're not drinking this early.
What are you saving it?
Huh?
You saving it, or are you saying early as in early in the day?
Well, both. Well, I don't know what I'm saving it for, but we ain't open that. We'll drink the 1942 first before we drink that.
Anyway, so we have some of the 1942 left over that we bought actually sitting over there on the bar cart. But anyways, so yeah, we're like vibes all good. We're in the taxi, everything's good. So we get to our Airbnb. I booked an Airbnb. I don't know if I'm gonna link it. If you personally reach out to me, I'll send it to you, but I ain't linking it because, like you said, I'm not getting paid for this shit. So I booked Airbnb. It was cool. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. We had our own rooftop pool. It was really cute. I was like, okay, this is a vibe. Like, it's one of them things where, like, the pictures definitely make it look nicer, but it was still really nice. He thought it was really nice. I was finding shit to complain about, but I'm very particular about accommodations. And not that they were not bad accommodations, y'all. It's just that when it doesn't look exactly like the picture, I'm just like, okay. But it was cool. It was really nice. I would go back, put it that way. I would stay there again. So we get there, we're unpacking our stuff. So what is the first thing we do? Probably take shots. But after that, what do? We go get food.
We go get food.
Is that when we went to La?
I think we went to Barracuda.
Is it L or La Barracuda? Live Barracudas. I have found this restaurant. Oh, so let me tell y'all a little bit more about the setup of Tulum, right?
Yeah.
That's the important part. So there's two parts to Tulum. There's the Pueblo. Is that how you say it? Is that how you say town? Pueblo town?
Yeah. Pueblo.
And then Pueblo. By the way, guys, I'm just going to put it out there. I can't pronounce shit.
No. English too.
Like English, it doesn't matter what language it is. I cannot pronounce nothing. Like I'm just gonna put it out there. So this I'm a slitter, and it's not. I'm not being disrespectful to anybody's culture because I can't pronounce nothing. Even in our black culture, even in America, I do not pronounce stuff good at all. So this is a running joke between us. So by the way, I'm probably gonna say everything wrong. He's probably gonna correct me as best he can, but. Anyways, so Puebla town, or Puebla is like the town or whatever. And then there's the hotel zone, which is the beach area. So let me kind of explain to you the difference really quickly. The town is more so like low-key restaurants, more local vibes. I would not say truly local, but more local vibes. Well, there was some truly local stuff though. Yeah. So it's a mixture of like local and then like local tourist spots. Like spots where tourists are going to flock to, but they're not like the typical, like, oh my God, this is like, I have to go here. It's more like, oh, a little hole, not hole in the wall, but like, oh, this, you happen upon something good, right? So there's like, down there, there's like gas stations, well, they have what we call gas stations. It's like it's called OXXO. I don't know how to say
like
that.
Little convenience
like little convenience stores. They have 7-Elevens. They have like a couple of banks. They have a bunch of restaurants. They have a couple of nightclubs and hookah bars. What else is out there, Justin? Oh, you can rent bikes, stuff like that. So it's more like a town. It's definitely kind of busy on the roads or whatever. So we're staying in that area. The other area is more of like the Tulum y'all probably see in the pictures on social media. It's definitely in the jungle. It's the jungle side of things. It's not as developed. Your service is not as good out there.
Roads are trash.
Roads are very they're truly dirt roads. And we're from the country, and like we don't even have roads like that in the country.
Detroit, I'm sorry. Detroit roads, it got nothing on Tulum.
Detroit has bad roads?
Yes.
I've never been to Detroit, so just think of the worst road. I'm trying to think, because even when DC be having all the potholes, it's like, it's still worse than that. It's like, you're literally like bouncing, like it was a lot. So anyhow, so it's still very underdeveloped, by the way. This is not going to be your Cancun. This is not going to be your Playa del Carmen. It's touristy, but not in the developed type of way. So we're staying in the town area, whatever. So we end up, I think, finding a taxi, finding this restaurant. I found on Yelp randomly because they said it was good. The pictures look good. The food was bomb. We both the first day you got something else. I got shrimp. It was very basic. It was just shrimp. That was the second day we went. The first day we went, I think you got something else.
Okay,
I don't remember. But we got the shrimp. No, maybe you did get it both times. Okay. Yeah. We got shrimp, rice, veggies. It was just like broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, and what do you call it? Oh, like beans, like black beans.
Black beans, yeah. So, and even the shrimp was like, it was garlic butter. It was like butterfly.
They were split. They were butterfly.
Butterfly, like
grilled.
It was bomb, and it was like one of those places, like you said, that the town area is a little bit more low key. It's not like super advertised, and that's more like our bag. Like I like to try stuff and stumble across like gems. So that's what we found.
So I don't, but he does. So I just be like, all right, I'm gonna try it, and then if I don't like it
most of the time.
Yeah, if I don't like it, then I'll just order something else, or I'll complain, and he'll just be like, I'll get you whatever you want to eat. So. Whatever. So, all right. So that was like Monday, right? So then we go back to our Airbnb and we're like, oh, we're going to take a nap. I had gotten us tickets. Let's pause here because there's going to be two companies that you're going to hear from frequently about me in this video. One is called Black in Tulum. It's on Instagram. The other is Black Tulum. It's on Instagram. I had used these companies based off of a recommendation from a friend. And I had used them to help me kind of figure out what is it going to be like. Because the last time we were there, we noticed it wasn't a lot of us, but it also was COVID. So we were like, okay, well, maybe it's just not a lot of us, period. But I'm like, nah, I'm seeing people go out here. There has to be something. I want to go somewhere where we're going to hear our music. We're going to have a good time. So I was heavily following these groups for the past couple of months or whatever. So they advertised they were having a jungle party on Sunday night. So I got like tickets or whatever for us. Now, let me tell y'all about our weekend before coming. We had a whole birthday celebration for Justin in Virginia and DC area. So it was like Friday night, his brother, his friends came into town. Saturday morning, I woke up at 7 a.m. I cooked brunch for 12 people. Following that, we went axe throwing. Following that, we went to lunch. Following that, everybody came back to our house and I think everybody kind of took naps, right? You did.
For the most part, I didn't have time.
He didn't have time, so he ended up having to work.
Yeah, so I had the option, and I'm like, you know what? I want to work, make a little bit extra money, and my friends would be here. It'd be cool, something to do. Yo, I was up. I didn't get to nap at all.
You were up probably, because I got up at 7. I think you got up about 8.
Yeah, I got up at 8, and I had to be at work at 8. I worked from 8 to 2 a.m. Mind you, we had to get up at 4. Was it 4 or 5?
5:30, I think.
So, I'm running on 2 hours of sleep, and I'm like, I really don't sleep on planes like that. Like, I gotta be really tired for me to fall asleep on planes. So I don't really sleep on planes. So I'm already crazy, but you know, I did it. So, yeah. But you know, all that to say, when we got back,
we needed a nap, and I was like, okay, it's fine. I think it was probably like 6, 7 o'clock, maybe 7, 8. We might have taken probably like 7, and we're like, we'll take a nap. So I knew he was tired, so I knew that like even if I had said power through, he would have powered through. But I was like, I'm not gonna be like that. We're here literally from Sunday through Saturday. Like, it's cool. Y'all, we took these naps, and like they have the blackout curtains in our room, and it's already kind of dark in the Airbnb anyways. It was a recipe for disaster. I did wake up multiple times throughout the night. The party started at like 8, and I woke up multiple times, and it was over at like midnight. I was like, all right, I'm gonna wake him up this time. And then I heard him over there snoring and sleeping peacefully. I was like, it's a party. Like, we have all week to party. It's not a big deal. So I kept waking up. Finally, I think I woke him up the last time probably about like 11. I was like, so we missed the party. And he was like, why didn't you wake me up? I was like, well, no, he thought we both had slept. And I said, no, I woke up a few times or whatever, but I just let him sleep. So he slept through the night. So Monday was a wash. Good food. Didn't do anything. It was cool. I'm sorry, that was Sunday, not Monday. That was Sunday when we first came in. Monday, the next day, I had to give y'all some background of what I was trying to do with this vacation is that I asked him what did he want for his birthday, and he made me feel like a bad girlfriend because he asked for, what did you ask for?
Quality time. I wanted literally just disconnect from the phone, like just put the phone down, spend time with me. Like,
but don't be acting like I'm a phone person. Don't be acting like I'm like just on social media. Make it very clear. Make it very clear.
It's not that. You got too much. Always got something going on. And even still, let you rock. Because I want to say the first day you still knocked out a couple things. I was like, hey, like we chilling.
In the bed. I did it.
Yeah. But that's all I wanted was her.
One day, y'all, and it was like an hour. It wasn't nothing crazy, but when the activities I had planned for us, I spent time with you. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, make me feel like I'm the worst girlfriend ever because he needed the extra quality time. Whatever. He gets all my time. I don't hang out with nobody but him. But anyways, so I'm like, cool. My whole theme was I wanted to plan activities that I knew he would like and that we could spend time together doing stuff, right? So the first day, I found like this tower called the Tulum Tower. Really excited about it. It goes 110 or 118 feet up in the air. It kind of slowly rotates around on an axis. It goes up slow, comes down slow, so it's not a thrill ride at all. And they have like drinks and everything. So we get there. So first, we were gonna rent bikes, and I think the only thing I talked about the whole time was how much I wanted to rent the bikes. Okay. I think I talked about how much I wanted to rent bikes probably more than anything about this vacation. I was looking forward to these electric bikes. Y'all, if you follow me on social media, y'all know I have been really working out really hard on the spin bike. I've been doing a lot of things with the Peloton app. I've been working out with the girl Spin Junkie. I was excited to just kind of see, because we rode bikes last summer. I almost died when we rode bikes last summer. Like, it was so bad that I was like, go on without me. I'll find you. And he would like go on for miles. Not all the time, but he was just like, yeah, he wanted to get his heart rate up. And he could not do it if he kept it up with me because I was just struggling. It was like probably 80 degrees outside. Yeah. Struggling. So I was like, one of my goals was I want to like kind of figure out what my endurance looks like like compared to using the bike a lot then to comparing to using it now. So I was super excited. They were electric bikes, so they were gonna help us a little bit. But I was looking forward to like, I had the super cute pink Telfar bag. I had all these vibes in my head. I was gonna have my cute little bag. I'm gonna have like this electric bike. It's gonna have a basket on it. We're gonna be riding back and forth to the beach. Like this is gonna be awesome. We go, and I'll plug this business because I think they did pretty good. It's a company called Barbell or Bartel. Is it Barbell? Barbell, Barbell. And they're in Tulum in the town area. Great customer service. Like, we went, they had plenty of bikes there, but he sees this damn, what do you call that thing?
It's a scooter.
Scooter.
Don't blame me. It was him.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
It wasn't me.
He came out and was like, you sure you don't want to just get a scooter?
He said y'all gonna pay the same price.
He was told, basically the bikes were about, I think, 17 to 20 a day per person, and then the scooter was like $22 per day total or whatever. It could hold 2 people versus running 2 bikes. So I ain't gonna lie, he kind of seemed a little excited about the thought of it. So I was just like, all right, it's his birthday. Rent the damn scooters. Like, it's not. I didn't think it was a big deal because I knew the next day we had an activity where we'd be riding bikes. So I was like, fine, just whatever. You talk about the scooter.
What was there to talk about? So I get the scooter, and first of all, I'm like, okay, it's been a minute since I've been one of these, so give me a second. I'm gonna do a loop around the little area we in,
which is kind of busy, by the way.
Yeah.
It's in the town area. So.
It's just a little busy, and I get on, like, okay, I feel pretty comfortable, whatever. So
then I get my big ass on there. All this ass, all this body, it changes the whole dynamic of the bike.
A little bit.
So, me, all this booty get on there, probably weighing him down, and I just did not. So, okay, I don't want to say this about myself because I don't believe it to be true. But if I'm gonna say it, he gonna beat me to it. I am a worst case scenario person in most situations. So all I'm thinking about is dying. Like, okay, if I get thrown off this bike, if a car hits us, and I say that because I had been watching. Not even thinking that we was going to get the scooter. I had just been watching how the cars were interacting with the scooters, and I've been like, damn, like they don't really give them no space or whatever. So, we get it.
First of all, we get them. We get the 2 helmets. First thing she says, well, I'm not putting this on. I'm not messing up my head.
Well, I had a bun in, y'all. If I had it like this, I would have. I could not. I was going to take my bun out. It was like a zillion degrees. My edges is already sweating out. I'm like, I didn't bring nothing to secure it back. I was like, I'm not. So, we take the helmet, put it under the seat. He wears his helmet. We ride home, right?
It was going out there.
No, do we go straight to Tulum? We go straight to the tower.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had an excursion planned at noon. This was about 10:30 when we get the bike. So I'm looking at it as we were going to take our bikes, our pedal bikes, from where we got the bikes from to the tower because it was only like maybe 2 miles. But it seemed much longer because their streets are just different. But it literally was probably maybe 3 miles. I'll give it that max. It wasn't very far. Y'all, I get on the back of that scooter. It was not comfortable. It ain't made for my booty. I have my legs, like, I'm straddling him. He's, like, on the inside of my legs. The foot spot. Justin, what size shoe do you wear?
13.
He wears a 13. I wear a 7. So you can imagine Justin's feet are taking up most of the shoe part. But he was trying to make it so it wouldn't. But, like, you wear a size 13, dude. What are you going to do with your feet, right? So I'm like, I have, like, this little part to put my little feet on. So I'm really, really, really working my inner thighs out because I'm having to hold myself on using my inner thighs. I will say that trip wasn't that bad.
No.
That wasn't. My anxiety was just, it wasn't, I don't know why. Maybe I was looking forward to the experience, whatever. We get there, we go into the little gate or whatever, we get to the excursion. We're about 30 minutes early, supposed to start at noon. So we get there, they have a welcome cocktail that's included in the price. So we have our welcome cocktail. Very welcome tasting, very low quality tasting. But after we realized, like, okay, well, we're going to be finished with this little tiny cocktail. It was a small little cocktail. I'm like, let's order drinks, let's order shots. It's vacation. We're not going to do anything too crazy because we know I have to drop the scooter back, but we wanted to, enjoy ourselves. We ordered 2 more shots, 2 more drinks. They were okay. Those are probably the best strawberry margaritas we had the whole weekend.
Probably,
yeah. So he makes strawberry margaritas, uses frozen strawberries, good margaritas, good drinks. So that's when the music experience begins. And I'll let you talk to the music experience. I'll make you more of a mimosa.
The music experience in Tulum. So, mind you, I have no frame of reference with Tulum. I don't follow none of these little hype pages, but I don't.
Don't do that. Don't follow hype pages.
I don't. All right. Well,
wait.
I don't get into none of these little hype. I don't pay no attention to none of that. So, we get there and whatever, and again, like I'm kind of used to this kind of music, kind of doing like being at UVA, going to like just partying and stuff like that. Like I get it. So it begins. You know, they're opening, pouring our drinks, and then next thing I know, so I'm like, all right.
And it's just like. Some of the songs actually sounded okay. So I was like, all right, it's not so bad. So first we hear a Blackstreet, Don't Leave Me Girl.
Don't Leave Me Girl.
I'm going to have to find y'all the song. We find that, what is it, EDM? We find the EDM version of that song. And I'm just like, no. Like, I can do that EDM music, and I mean, when I say small dosages, I'm talking about if I'm out and it's like maybe a 15, 20-minute set, I can do that, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta shake my ass. Let's put me with this. How do y'all turn up to that? Like, what do y'all just jump up and down and just, is that, like, what do they do? When you DJ that kind of music, what do they do? They don't be twerking.
Cocaine.
Okay, so maybe that's why. I never tried cocaine, he never tried cocaine.
But that's how they do it. It's gotta be. Like your heart rate is keeping up with the bass. I don't know.
We've never done cocaine.
I can do it in not cocaine. I can do the music.
You do cocaine?
No.
You really are from UVA. You really did though.
I can do the music in small doses, but like after maybe 2 or 3 songs, I don't want to hear this shit no more.
And guys, this is a moment for us because he's getting ready to start transitioning into, I'm not gonna say more of that, but to do a few times a month those types of settings. So he literally asked me before because it was literally a phone call you got the weekend before we left or whatever. And one of his DJ friends was like, hey, I got an opportunity for you, boom, 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 whatever. So I'm like, he's like, what are you gonna do when I do those gigs? Because I come to all of his gigs, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And so I still don't know. Like, I still don't know. So it's funny because we're hearing this music while we're out there. All right, but we have to get to brunch. So we gotta, what time do we have brunch? 1:15?
Yes.
Okay, so we have to leave. Okay. All right, so we have to get, well, we got time. Okay. So, what? All right, so y'all, then we hear this song that was on for at least, and I'm not joking, that song was on for at least 10 minutes.
At least 10 minutes.
And I mean at a minimal 10 minutes. This is the most memorable song of the vacation. And I will let you.
I really wish we would have Shazammed it.
I asked you to and you didn't.
Nah, no you didn't. You didn't.
Yes, I did. I said.
You didn't want to hear it no more.
I said you need to find it for work.
Yeah, nah.
You still didn't find it?
Nah, I didn't.
All right, are you looking for it now?
I can't. I tried. I tried.
All right, so it's the song and like it has that make that noise. It has that beat, and the guy keeps coming up with song whispering. I can't even believe this.
How did I get here? How could she do this?
So clearly,
that's all he says.
Three things. The whole time. Clip, this is their version, and what is it? EMC? How do you say it?
EDM.
I don't know that shit.
Just say house
That's
music.
House music. That's the house music breakup song. I can't imagine going through some shit with my nigga and hearing, he's like, I don't want to hear it. Like, no. I'm like, no.
How could this happen?
Like, he's so confused. She had him fucked up. He couldn't say nothing but 3 things. How could this happen? I can't believe this. How could she do it? Something like that. For 10 minutes. So we're weak because at some point he just starts picking up on the fact that he knows the words, but it doesn't take a lot to know the words because it's literally only 3 sentences.
Just listening to like, okay, maybe this is like the bridge. You're about to say something else. Like, no, that's the song.
That's the song. That's the lyrics, full lyrics. That's the verse. That's the bridge. That's the chorus. That's everything. So actually, each one was a different part. Actually, each sentence was a different part of the song. One part was the verse. One part was the bridge. Yeah. But anyways, so that one part was the hook, I guess. But anyway, so we're like, cool. We get on this excursion. It starts 30 minutes late, but we're not tripping because we're like, okay, we have time to do stuff. We get in the tower. Tower was a super dope experience. I totally recommend it to anybody. I think it was like $30 a person. It was one of the first things I had planned for us. That was kind of a surprise for him, just for us to spend time together. So I was really proud of us because I realized in that moment, the beginning of what I think the whole trip kind of was for us. We realized that we're up here in the sky in this beautiful setting. We're overlooking the jungle. We can see the Tulum ruins. We can see the beach town. We can see all of this. And there's a group of 4 black females that are on the tower with us. And they go up in this tower and they're all just like this the whole time. And I'm like, they was very much like,
yeah.
So.
And then we go right back to
like, they would take a selfie, go right back to it or whatever. So I was just like, so then it made me feel like I've been out with friends before and they've done that to me and I just be feeling stupid. Because I do try to be out with people and not be on my phone a lot because, like, I mean, I know that it can be hard. Like, I want people to think I want them to be there. So I was like, we took a couple pictures, but nothing too crazy. We enjoyed it. It was actually very relaxing. It was a great way to start the vacation. We still had all the good vibes. We're like, cool, this is going to be a fun vacation. So then we were told that it's only 80 pesos to go to the Tulum ruins. We both have been to Mayan ruins. I've been to Chichen Itza. I don't care where you go in Mexico, but if you're in the Tulum, Playa del Carmen, Riviera Maya, Cancun area, it's worth the trip to Chichen Itza. I'm personally trying to see all of the 7 wonders that are in that category, the 7 wonders of the world that are in that category. But I have yet to take him. We've been several times, so I was thinking we might do it this time, but then when I saw those ruins, I'm like, okay, well, this is something. He had never seen ruins that were close to a beach. I hadn't either. He had saw some separate ruins. I think when you said you went to Belize. When he went to Belize, he saw some ruins or whatever. So I really wanted him to see like something, wanted to experience that together, right? We go over there and it is hot. It's like midday at this point. It's probably about 1:30. We go out there and first off, y'all, they had this jumbo. What is that snake?
I don't know what you want to call it.
The snake was this color and white. It was these 2 colors put together.
Like albino. Is that what? Albino?
Yes. And was it an anaconda?
No, it's not anaconda.
How do you know?
Anacondas don't look like that.
They not big and long? That thing was this thick. It was this thick. It was stretched from this part of the kitchen to at least right here. And it was just, and they was taking pictures and it was like four or five of them holding it up. And I was just like, let me tell y'all one thing about me. I don't do snakes. I don't play with snakes. I don't do snakes. I can't even look at snakes for too long. I can't even talk about snakes for too long. So we're going to move on. So I saw that and I was automatically just like, and they was just letting it crawl around on the fucking ground. And I was just like, cool. So we keep walking past. We walk to the ruins or whatever. It's like a 5 to 7 minute walk. We get there. So we see like a line, but I was assuming that the line, I don't know what I thought the line was for because I didn't think it was for the tickets.
Yeah.
And so we get up there. I'm like, oh, it really is only 80 pesos. Like, we're here. Let's just go and let's just go. They had a super long line. One window was open and it was hot. There wasn't no shade. And I was just, and I can't do, so I'll also preface what I'm about to say. I can't do direct sunlight for a long amount of time. I get headaches. I'm actually physically, like y'all can't see, but I am covered in a heat rash all over my body like a nerd because I had too much direct sun. So I can't do a lot of direct sun or whatever. So we leave. So we're like, my cousin's in town, by the way. So my cousin, I invited her to come on this trip with us. She invites 2 of her girlfriends. My cousin Danielle, she brings her friend Apollonia and her sister Vera. So we're like, all right, cool. We're going to go out and meet with them because they had came in yesterday too. So we get ready to go out there to go meet them at Azulik, Azulik. And it is attached to, what's the rest?
Kento. That's the Kento.
But no. Kento is by Azulik.
Oh.
So yeah, Azulik is a company that owns Kento.
Okay.
So Kento is like one of those restaurants in Tulum that like you can eat in like a tree house, like this little nest. It's super cute, super trendy, super expensive, and always booked up, right? I had looked into it for him for his birthday, but I didn't book it far enough in advance, so it wasn't available. Cool. So he was excited because that was like the only thing I heard you say you wanted to do.
Kento.
Yeah. So he was excited or whatever. I didn't even know he wanted to do Kento. We never even talked about it. But I guess he figured that once we're there, like, why can't we just do it? Like, we don't have to talk about it in advance, right? Try to get in the beach club. It's probably 2:30. talking about early in the daytime. First off, we get there. We're at the door, like at the entrance of the beach club. It's not a door, but we're standing outside the beach club. And the security looks at us and goes, "Where do you want to go?" Me, I have a very smart mouth. I have to really watch myself sometime. But I was like, "Where the fuck do you think I want to go? I want to go into the beach club." He was like, "We're at capacity." I was like, "Well, my cousin and her 2 friends are already in there. So, like, they already have, like, an area. Can we just go meet up with them?" He was like, "No." So I get a little pissed because I'm hungry at this point. So I was like, all right, it's cool. We'll go get us some food. By the way, we forgot that part. We end up taking a taxi. We end up going back to our Airbnb, taking a taxi from our Airbnb down to the beach or whatever. Because we never took the scooter to the Airbnb, to the beach. No, we didn't.
That day, because you don't remember me parking? Because I went and talked to
you. Oh, how did we get that? We did?
Yeah, we did. I took the scooter that day. And
so why didn't we go to the bumpy roads then?
I don't know.
So anyways, we ended up taking the scooter from the excursion to the beach or whatever. And so we parked it or whatever. It was cool. So anyhow, we park it. It was all cool. You just park beside the road. Parking isn't a big deal. So we're in like the beach, the hotel zone, beach town now. We decide to go to this place called what is it? Boca Nera?
I forgot.
It's Bocanera.
Bocanera.
Boccanera. He's trying to get ass now. He's just trying to correct me just because.
Bocanera. To get pizza.
And I'm like, cool. They have regular pizza on the menu. It's down there. It was like the wood's fire pizza or whatever. I'm like, I think I get a margarita, you get a beer. Mm-hmm. And we get our check.
First of all, the pizza was good. I thought the pizza was banging.
Okay, banging?
It was good.
No. The pizza was good. But when I tell y'all the price, y'all gonna be like, no. $60, as in $30 each, for a slightly bigger than a personal pan size pizza. One thing about me, I say this is my motto: don't play with my man, don't play with my money, don't play with my food. Those are my 3. Those are issues for me. Y'all playing with my money and my food at the same time. So 2 strikes. All y'all had to do was fuck up his food, and then I would have probably turned the table over in there or something, right? He was satisfied. I was irritated because I'm like, okay, it's the first day and we spent $30 on pizza. But I'm like, we're on vacation, fuck it, we're here. Justin was just like, it's fine, like we're having a good time, it's cool, like let's just go with it. I'm like, all right, cool. So we end up trying to go down to another beach club. Do you recall?
We tried to go to another one?
I think we did.
I don't remember this one.
We walked. Remember we walked? I don't know which one we tried to go to. We tried to go to another one, and they were like, no, they didn't have any space. So we're like, we're going back. We have a rooftop pool. Like, let's utilize our rooftop pool. We go back, we utilize our rooftop pool, and then we couldn't get in. But I don't remember what we did for dinner that night.
No, I don't either.
I don't remember. So anyways, next day. I'm excited.
We might have
did La Barracuda again because it was like we already knew. We did because we already knew that we liked it.
Yeah.
So after having taken that trip on the scooter to the beach area, we realized very quickly that we cannot drive that scooter down there because the roads are not equipped. It's barely equipped for a car. It's only equipped for a Jeep Wrangler. That is it. And a Hummer, and what are those and a tank. That is the terrain that they have out there. Those are the 3 vehicles you can have: a Hummer, a Wrangler, and a freaking tank. That's it. So we're like, okay, we can't keep doing this. And we knew we like to drink when we're on vacation. So we didn't want to be responsible for getting this vehicle back to where we were going. Monday night, is that the night we went out exploring?
Might have been Tuesday night.
No, we went to
Oh, I didn't see the timeline here. Okay.
What night did we go out and explore and I got pissed?
You talking about when we got the street food? Mm-hmm. That was probably Monday.
So then Tuesday we probably went to La Barracuda that night.
Yeah.
Okay, so Monday night. We drink, we're sitting in our pool. Yes, it was Monday. We're drinking, we're sitting in our pool, we're having a good time. We're like, all right, we're going to take naps. I don't know what happened, but we took a nap, and we woke up, and it was like, did I get mad at you?
Probably.
Okay, so I probably got mad at him. So I probably wasn't, I don't even know why I got mad, but whatever. Probably wasn't talking to him for a couple of hours. And he don't be paying me no mind. So.
Anyways, so we wake up and it's kind of late. And now she mad and hungry at the same time.
So then I realized I gotta not be mad no more because, like, I can't do both. So he's like, so him being the very kind person that he is and ignores my stubbornness, he was like, all right, boom, this is what we about to do. I looked up all these food places. These ones are open till like 24 hours or till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna go out there. So we go get on the scooter. We get dressed, like real chill clothes, like nothing crazy. We go get dressed or whatever. And my helmet for the scooter is underneath the seat. He leaves out without his helmet. So he pulls the helmet out the seat and was like, do you want to wear it or do you want me to wear it? I had put my hair down so that I could wear my helmet. But I was like, you're driving, you wear the helmet. So he was like, cool. I'm like, you think we need to go back and get it? And he was just like, nah, we should be fine. Like, I don't think it'll be an issue. I'm like, all right. So we go out there, y'all. First things first, we're driving past 3 restaurants that he tells me supposed to be open. This is not his fault, so I'm just saying he's saying it's supposed to be open because legitimately Google said it was supposed to be open. Mm-hmm. None of them are open.
Google, yep, they all lied.
Everybody lied.
They all lied.
So finally, like, we park, and so we're driving past the bank. There's an HSBC. We're driving past the bank, and like I'm on the back, and we're going slow enough that like I can watch people as we're driving past. There's 3 police officers outside the bank, and one of them's a female. She points at me and she goes like this. And I was like, yo, she said I have to have a helmet on. I didn't think you had to. I thought it was more like a you should, not a you have to. Because we saw a bunch of locals riding around. Nobody had on, like, helmets or whatever. So we stop, we walk, we go to this area that had their version of food trucks, but it was really just food carts.
Yeah, food carts. Yeah.
Street meat. We just chose one. I don't even know why we chose the one we chose. We just chose one. We got burritos. They had chorizo, beans, cheese on them. They were super greasy, leaking through the paper bag, leaking through the aluminum foil onto the paper bag into the inside of my new purse. I was a little pissed about that. But at this point, I'm like, cool, whatever. We're making the best of it. We're going to go home. We're going to eat these street meat tacos. I was praying the whole time. I was praying 2 things. God, please do not, no, I'm sorry, 3 things. Say, God, please do not let us get sick from the street meat. 1. 2, God, please let us get home safely. 3, God, please don't let the police play with us because I didn't realize that we had to have this helmet on. I don't have it. And we're at least 7-8 minutes away drive from where we're going. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. We're getting ready to pull out after we got our food onto the main road. It's not very busy out at this point. Still some traffic, but not crazy busy like it is during the daytime. Mind you, he almost threw me off the scooter on the way there. Yes. So my anxiety's a little bit high, right? So I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, why don't you go around here, pick me up this way, whatever. He was like, just get on. So I get on. I see behind us a police officer rolling up with their flashing lights on. Like, sometimes the police just ride around with their lights on there for no reason. So I see them pulling up. I'm like, don't pull out in front of this police officer. Pulls out in front of the police officer. We don't even get it.
We had to stop, like, literally, like, immediately. If it would have been green, we probably would have been straight because I had to turn anyway. But we hit a red light, and it's a car in front of me, and I can't do anything creative with her on it because she'll freak out. So I was like, all right, let me just stop. So the light turns green. By then, the cop is behind us. We turn, and Brittney, that cop is following us.
I was like, we're about to get pulled over.
We're about to get pulled over.
He don't say nothing.
No.
Did they honk the horn at us? Because we don't hear no sirens or nothing.
No, I mean, they say, dude, do it like a little intercom. Like, they make it like a little beat. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I pull over.
I'm just thinking Mexican jail. That's all I'm thinking. I'm going to be the one to go because I'm the one that don't have the helmet on.
Freaking out.
I wasn't freaking out. No, I was not. I kept it very cool. Don't play me like that.
You was about to cuss me out. You was like,
oh, you was going to catch it either way. But I was like, so let me tell y'all how I saved that again. Justin leaves his driver's license with the bike rental company because they said y'all can either pay now or you can leave your license. I was like, do you want to just pay now? He's like, nah, we'll just leave the license. Like, I have my passport. It's not a big deal. I say to him, make sure whenever you leave the house, you have your passport since you're not going to have your driver's license, because we typically leave our passports in the safe. I usually would print out a copy of our passports that we can carry around with us, because traveling tip, if you don't travel much, do not take your passport out the resort. Like, it's super dangerous or whatever. So anyways, get pulled over. Police officer walks up to him and was like this. So I was like...
So mind you, I'm cool. I'm always, and 90% of the time, cool, calm, and collected. Like...
Well, nobody was acting up. I wasn't acting up.
No, you wasn't. You wasn't. But I heard it.
Mentally, I was losing my shit.
Everything you think, you say. You say, so I know everything you're thinking. I'm cool. I'm like, this sucks, but it's like, whatever. We'll figure it out.
So he gives you, go ahead. He
gives me the fist bump. It's like, hey, where you headed? And we're like,
nah, he starts speaking Spanish.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. I can't say what he said. I don't speak Spanish, but I kind of understand what he's trying to say. So I'm like, he asked for ID, identification.
And so I was like, I'm in his ear.
I'm like, yo, this with this rental company, they got it.
And he wasn't understanding him.
Yeah.
So I just so happened to have, I don't even know why, I have a copy of his driver's license and my driver's license saved in a note on my phone. So I pull it up. I'm like, this is him. He left it with the company. Dude's just not understanding. The translate, it just wasn't there, right? But I think I appreciated that he started with the fist bump, because at least I knew then, like, okay, he's letting us know this is not America. I'm not going to kill you. Y'all are not, like, in danger. So that made me feel a little bit better. But he sees it, and he ends up cutting to the point. He was like, she doesn't have on a helmet. So I was like, why don't you just drive the thing? Just drive the scooter back. I'm going to get in a taxi. Just go. So he was like, nah, I'm not leaving you. I'm like, just go. Like, please. So dude was like, yeah, you need to park it if she's going to get back on it. So he's like, I'm just going to park it. So you park it at this business. We take a taxi home. I'm pissed. By the time we get back, like, we neither one of us really eat our food, because it wasn't nasty. It just wasn't good. It was just bland, I guess. It was very bland. We were just trying to eat something, and we ended up like going to bed. So next day we wake up. I'm like, cool. I'm excited. We have this excursion. We have to be in the town that we're going to. The town is called, I'm gonna spell it, and I'm gonna see if Justin can say it. It's Chemuil. I'm gonna try. Shemuel, maybe.
Let's go with that.
Okay. It's about 30 minutes outside of Tulum. We get a taxi there. We get there. I'm super excited because he doesn't know what we have planned. But this is another activity I had planned that was all about him, something he would have fun with, but it had a little bit of me incorporated in it. So we meet my cousins and her friend, my cousin and her friends, and we are going to do a bike ride cenotes tour. Cenotes are like underwater caves that are very prevalent in the, I guess, Maya Riviera area. What is that area called? Whatever you call that whole, like, overall area. They have them a lot there. Some are more famous than others. Some are more low-key. So we went to some back in November. So I was a little excited because that one was really hard to get to. And from what I understood, these ones wouldn't be quite as challenging to get to. And he is a mermaid man. So he's a merman. I really love the water, but this nigga be... like, he just loves it. Like, he'll spend all day in just swimming, right? I can't swim. So we get there, we do this tour, we go through the cenotes. I will definitely share the link to this. I think it is a great experience. I don't remember how much it cost per person. It was not crazy expensive. The taxi ride was about $30 each way.
Yeah.
About $30 each way. We had a really good time. You can talk about that a little bit more.
Oh, the whole experience? Okay, well, first of all, she was really excited because it included bikes. It was a bike ride between three different, cenotes. And during the ride, you kind of go through like a couple smaller towns. And it just had really good, really good feel and environment to it.
Mm-hmm.
Really good scenery. But yeah, it was probably, it might have been the highlight of my trip, honestly.
I can see that.
Yeah, we went through, each one had different experiences. I was able to actually go through a cave that you had to swim through. I got to just get a lot of different, like...
He got a lot of underwater pictures. He got to see a lot of marine life.
Yeah.
That I couldn't see because I couldn't get under the water. The deepest you went, I think, was the one that was 36 feet deep.
Yeah.
But they were all about, I think, at least 9 feet or deeper, at least. They had shallow areas. Me and my cousin that couldn't swim, we hung out in the shallow areas. You did a really cool dive. Not dive. What is the word when you jump off?
When you jump off?
Is that dive?
No, it's not dive, but
whatever.
Yeah.
He did a really cool jump into a backflip into the cenote. He got some really good pictures. So part of the tour was professional photos, and I think that all the professional photos altogether were a total of $30 for every photo, right?
For all of us as a group.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
It was 4 of us, and all of us altogether was $30. Now there was only about 2 pictures of me and Danielle. The guy was so sweet, y'all. He was like, "Well, why don't I teach you how to swim real quick?" I said, "Sir."
Yeah.
I said, "Sir, I'm 34 years old. I've had swimming lessons twice. It didn't work. I think my time has come and gone." But with that being said, I do want to take swim lessons again because I do want to learn to swim. But I had a really traumatic experience when I was 6, and I've just been super scarred for life, I think. But yeah. So he tried. He's like, "Well, you don't want to try to get some pictures?" And I was just like, I say you're welcome. Bless you. So yeah, he was trying, but yeah, even if you can't swim, I would still recommend this tour because it was still fun. I really enjoyed the bikes. You can still get in the water and stuff. My cousin can't swim. She ended up getting in the biggest cenote. She just didn't like the rock, so it was cool. So we had a really good experience with that. We go back. Now here's the part where I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm not saying things go downhill because the trip was never bad. It's just the part of Tulum that we experienced that we're just like, no. So we're gonna try to get through this quickly because we do gotta get to brunch. So my cousin is like, my cousin's like, okay, let's go to the beach club. So I think by the time we left the tour, it was supposed to be over at 12:30. It was about 1:30, 2 o'clock before we finally leave after we have lunch and everything. So we get back out there. It takes 30 minutes to get back out there, and the beach clubs close at 6 o'clock. So we get back out there. We still have to. I didn't even eat my food or whatever because I didn't like the food. So I ended up having to go get lunch. Then we had to go back and change because we have on the sweaty swim clothes, and we don't want to wear those to the beach club. So by the time we realized what time we're going to be ready, it's 4 o'clock. And we're like, we're not going to the beach club for 2 hours. That's ridiculous. We knew they had a minimal spend. I was like, we have the rooftop pool. So the rooftop pool. So we're in the rooftop pool. My cousin's like, we got a section at Tantra for the beach pot club. Y'all just come or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to come. So I won't say how much it cost, but it was a significant amount of money that was spent to have this section at the beach club I think they got there probably about 4. We probably got there about 5:30. We walk in, we get wristbands. I have a reel on my Instagram that shows you kind of the experience. It was cool. It was a fun experience. The whole time we're there, the music was the house music. We heard maybe a total of 8 black songs the whole time, and they were being played probably about every 15 minutes. So maybe more than that. So about every 20-25 minutes, they would play about 3 or 4 black songs or hip hop songs, and then go back to that music. So I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. We'll have our moments or whatever. So we're ordering food. We got hookah. The hookah was the cheapest hookah, which is the basic hookah, which they call classic, was $60. Then the next tier was $80, and I think the next tier was $95 for 1 hookah, 1 coal, and only 3 tips, as in you had to pay for extra tips. To get a refill on the coals was $40 per coal. So I'm just sitting here this is more expensive than DC prices. This is more expensive than Atlanta prices. I'm just like, this is wow. So we're drinking, we're having a good time. I think I actually get pretty drunk that day. We're at the beach club, we have a good time. We stay until the moon comes out because I remember my cousins, they're really big. I don't know what you call them, moon people. I don't know, Daniel. I'm sorry, I don't know what you call it, but they're very in tune with I don't know if it's even astrology, but with something with the moon. There's some certain sort of things that occur with full moons that they're very passionate about. So they want us to be out there for that. So we're out there. We end up leaving, and what did we do that night for dinner? I don't remember. Yeah. So let's talk about the beach club. You guys, very, very, very overpriced. Very overpriced. It was pretty empty because it was on a Tuesday, so it wasn't a whole lot going on anyways. But, the prices are slightly cheaper on Monday through Thursday. But still, it's not cheap by any means. It was cool. The service, the service is very, very good. They will, anything that you can think. I mean, to the point where they're like changing the ice out in your cup, like before you. I mean, it's the service is very, very attentive. They're very attentive. So I will say that at least for what you're getting, the service is there. The quality of the drinks. We both had this drink that had espresso in it because we were kind of tired, and that drink was actually really good. But it was like a coffee drink with rum in it. That was really good, but it wasn't very strong. The margaritas were. I don't have any way to put it. They just weren't good. Like they didn't taste like anything. They taste very watered down. We did a lot of tequila shots that day. Tequila was decent, but I mean it's straight tequila, so how can you go wrong? But we're talking about like,
and it's like at least 20.
So each shot at the minimum was $23, and they don't sell like, they only sell premium tequila, so you can't even get like like the Hiradar Reposado that I like that I drink here for like $12 to $14 a shot. They don't even have it on the menu. It's like they expect you to come with like $23 a shot minimum. So we're talking about $22 a shot for a Don Julio that I don't think they sell in America. It's called Don Julio 70. Very good tequila. But to them, that's almost equivalent to like Jose Cuervo, I'd say. Like regular Jose Cuervo. It's almost like that's low end to them. But it's low of the high end tequila. Because of course then it goes 1942. You have Azul. You have the one I showed y'all earlier here, Dal Ultra.
Let me pause you. Because this is y'all fault. Y'all did this. You niggas did this. They know y'all love Azul.
Everywhere you go,
everywhere we went, they had Azul. And again, Azul is cool. I know Brittney really likes it.
I love Azul.
Brittney really, but it's like,
but not because of the hype. Not because of the hype. By the way, so I've been into tequila. I want to be very clear about this. I am very, very knowledgeable on tequila. Completely unrelated to you niggas. Before y'all, when y'all was still drinking Hennessy everywhere y'all went, I have been on tequila.
Y'all did this. And this is another reason I know why. We've been to Mexico many times. We've even found a spot we could get Azul shots for like what,
$13.
$13.
$13, $14. Each time we go, the shots go up at least $5. So now when we go, it's a $20 to $22 shot, which is not bad still for Azul, because I'm gonna talk about how much I spent on your birthday shots, which was still sickening to me. So we're like, okay, this is cool, but it's very hyped. We had a good time with my cousin and her friends. We had our own little private pool at the little beach club section. It was cool. It was really nice. We had a good time. We go home. Don't remember what we did Tuesday night. Not because we were drunk, but just because we were there for a long time. I don't remember. Wednesday. What did we do all day Wednesday? Oh, was that the day we went and got the section? No. What day did we go get the section at the beach club?
I'm looking up.
Because we got to look up our pictures. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, it was. We went to.
No, Wednesday was the day we got this. Wherever we was at.
Yeah, that's one.
That wasn't this. So was Wednesday the day we did the beach? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I can't remember where this is.
What is Mystico Garden?
Mystico. That's Wednesday. Yes, Mexico is the place we actually liked. Where you made friends.
No, Mystico is the place we went to that evening with Black and Tulum. It's the same place. So
I got you.
You see what I'm saying? So Wednesday during the daytime we went to. I don't remember, guys.
It looks like we found like another beach club.
Yeah, we went to another beach club.
I don't remember
what we did either.
Yeah.
This was the day Ziggy's Beach.
Ziggy's.
Okay, because I just saw this guy, y'all. Bless his heart. He had a crochet Speedo, and it was penis everywhere. It was just a lot of penis. Bless his heart. But crochet ain't for everybody, okay? Anyway, so we went to Ziggy's. Ziggy's, cool. Ziggy's did not have any music playing at all. I really told you I wanted to just chill that day. That was going to be our day to unplug. So we went to Ziggy's Beach Club. It was really fun. We chilled that day, laid back. We had our bed right on the beach. It was, compared to what we had been spending up until that point, it wasn't that bad. We spent $200. It was $50 a minimum per person that we had to spend. We had a good time. Service was decent. Drinks were decently priced. Food was okay. Everywhere you go, they have a burger on the menu. He eats weird shit. Not weird shit. He's more adventurous than me. Like, he'll have fish tacos and stuff. I don't eat fish tacos. I don't eat a lot of I don't eat cilantro at all, so I have to be very careful what I order. Like, he tries ceviche. He tries different stuff. I don't really try anything. I just try to stick to, like, seafood and maybe a burger. So we eat, we go home. We end up going that night to Shambayo, which is a restaurant that is part of the Rosa Negra restaurant group. So let's talk about the Rosa Negra restaurant group. They have several. Actually, I'm going to tell y'all all of them because I think this is an important part that y'all need to know.
If you've been in Tulum, you've been
to at least one of their things.
They basically cornered the whole market on food, drinks.
Okay, so here's all the restaurants that are in their group. Rosa Negra, Tora, Taboo, which is a restaurant and a beach club. It's a restaurant called Parole. It's a beach club called Tantra, which is the one we went to the first night, the day before. Chambayo, which is where we went to. I'm about to talk about now. Funky Geisha. This one's called, is it Mama Zuta?
Yeah.
Mama Zuta, and then there's a jungle bar tapas spot called Confessions. So they literally have Tulum unlocked. Like if you have been to at least one of their restaurants, if you go to Tulum. So Shambayo, I wanted it was my cousin's last night. I really wanted to plan a really nice dinner out for her or whatever. So the plan was we were gonna get cute. We were gonna go to this Black and Tulum was having this jungle beach party again. We were gonna go there and we were gonna go to dinner, go there. So we ended up getting dressed early for dinner because we're like, we're not missing tonight. Like we're going out tonight. Tonight's gonna be fun. It's my cousin's last night. So we ended up being ready probably like 7:30. I think we waited around to take a couple of shots before we go. So we end up looking at the place where the jungle beach party is going to be, where the jungle party is going to be at, and we realized it's walking distance from our Airbnb. So we're like hyped because we're like everything has been taxis vary from the city area from $15 to $35 depending on the time of day and the driver and your negotiation ability. We got it down as low as $15. We got it as high as the last one we took, which was $35, which I was pissed about. One way, by the way, we're talking easily $60 round trip to go from the town to the beach area. So I'm hyped. I'm like, this is great. So my cousin ends up texting us saying we're gonna be a little late for dinner. I'm like, well, should we just stay? So we go to the Mystical place. It was great. They had hookah. They had drinks. We had a passion fruit margarita.
This is the first black party.
The first one we actually. It's called Black and Tulum. It's the first party we were actually able to make it to.
Yeah.
We get there, we meet the host, we meet the owner, everybody, not the owner of Black and Tulum, not the owner of the club. We get there, it's all good vibes. I was like, this is so fun. That's exactly what I wanted. The music was decent. I was so excited. So I'm like, I don't even want to leave to go to dinner. Like, we should just eat here and then just tell me, because my cousin had already texted us saying like, oh, well, we might not make it to dinner on time. But we were hungry, so I was like, all right, we can just stay here. We'll save the taxi money. Like, it'll be cool. He was like, nah, it's your cousin's last night. Let's just go out there and meet up with them for dinner. We go meet up with them. We have a decent meal. I have a lobster. You have a ribeye.
Oh yeah, that was the ribeye.
And
it was good.
It was good. No complaints. It was. He had macaroni cheese, jalapeno, mashed potatoes. I had Brussels sprouts. I like mine a little bit more done.
But that's the food. We're talking about the food.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the environment a little bit more. Once again.
The whole time, but it's like. So loud that we're sitting this close and we're like, I'm like, Justin, it's like so loud. So tell them more about the environment.
It's you got that music. It's loud. It's a lot going on. I look up. Like I see dancers on. I forgot what you call where they're.
Those
on,
when
like,
they have the string. They're not strings. The cloth that's hanging from the ceiling.
Or whatever you want. They swinging from curtains. I look up after taking a bite of steak and they swinging and twirling on curtains and it's like, okay, this is cool. It's cool. Whatever. You know, I got the spotlight on them. And then,
mind y'all, they have hookah at this restaurant. Like, everywhere you go in Tulum, they have hookah.
I felt bad because I look and I see another table and this lady literally swinging her feet
over their food. Like, literally, it's like, and it's funny because if we had been only 2 people by ourselves and we didn't have a table for 5, we probably would have been at that table. It's like, and the guys just like, look, they're just looking up. The girl has her back to the lady, so she has to like turn around, look up. It's like, she just swinging. I'm like, okay, you might have seen this on my Instagram. I don't know, maybe he posted it too. Mm-hmm. So then we're like, okay, cool.
Then it's a fashion show.
No. Then Coco comes out. Coco the movie.
Oh.
He come out with the little guitar and starts a concert, and they have a spotlight on his ass throughout the whole restaurant. He's doing a whole little like I'm just like, okay. Mind you, this is like literally, this is how we're sitting. The concert is right there beside him. Like, literally, all he had to do is, like, literally. So I'm like, so my cousin and them still are not there. So then by the time my cousin and them get there, they had missed all of that. We had eaten our food. We're like pretty much ready to go. And all of a sudden, out of the fucking blue, 6 women come out dressed in all sequins. And they're just walking in the line. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I literally thought it was a escort / prostitute like lineup. I thought it was these women are available for purchase. I didn't realize it was the clothes. They were beautiful women. So I was like, this makes sense. Like, maybe this is what men do. They go here. They have you pick the one you want. I don't fucking know. So he was like, Brittney, it's a fashion show. So I was like, but why is there a fashion show in the middle of dinner? But again, it's part of that Rosa Negra group. Like, they have clothing. And so they were going to give you, like, they're trying to sell you the clothing from their brand, right? So finally, they bring him out his little birthday celebration. That was cool. You probably saw that with the sparklers. You probably seen him with sparklers all weekend on my Instagram.
Chocolate cake.
And chocolate cake.
Lots of chocolate cake. I've had chocolate cake all week. And it was the same one. The same one. And granted, it's good. But I'm not even like that crazy about
the restaurant group serves the same cake at all their birthday celebrations. So that was our experience. We missed dinner on Tuesday night, which was supposed to be at Funky Geisha, which I was really looking forward to Funky Geisha because it had good vibes. My cousin said that her opinion was it was the vibes you were paying for. The food was very like, okay. Nothing was great.
We see a theme going here, right?
Right. So we see a theme. So I'm like, all right. So mind y'all, like, everywhere we go, everyone's just like, it's just everything's a picture. Everybody has their phone out. I'm like, jeez. And so I start getting a little in my feelings. So I'm like, he asked me for quality time. At least I be on my phone making money. These people in their phone, like, doing, like, random shit, like trying to record the environment or whatever. So I'm like, cool, whatever. So we end up going home that night. We tried to go back to that party. Dude told us the party would be over at 1 a.m. He was like, yeah, it's supposed to be over at midnight, but, like, it's going to be, like, 150 people in here. He's like, this is the biggest party we've ever had, RSVP-wise. Like, it's going to be crazy. Y'all come back. It's going to be a really good time.
Saucing it up.
Yeah. We get back. The only part that he was right about was it was a lot of people. The restaurant, hookah bar, had clearly never seen a crowd of that magnitude. They ran out of hookahs. They had 3 waitresses for the whole restaurant. It got so bad that in order to exit, you had to show that you paid your tab. But even if you didn't buy, because like we weren't even gonna buy anything the second time. Because when we got back, there was nowhere to sit. There was no hookah left. There was no waitresses. I didn't even know there was a bar he could walk up to. He found a bar to walk up to and got us drinks. We got back, y'all, at 11 o'clock. No, 11:30. He told us the party wasn't gonna be over till 1. Y'all, they shut the music off at like 11:40. I was pissed. We could have stayed out at the beach area, found somewhere to hang out, instead of paying this taxi to rush back. At this point, we had paid $30 to get back. I wasn't going to pay another $30 to go back into the city. I told y'all already we didn't want to ride the scooter because it was not safe to be driving the scooter, especially at night. There's no street lights, y'all. It is dark. Let's talk about what it's like to be in a taxi.
You talk. You go ahead.
Y'all. I am a crime junkie, tried and true. I don't put nothing past nobody. We really do have to wrap this up soon, but we're almost done. I don't put nothing past nobody. So we're in the car, and they are making these. We're turning out. We're going from the town into the beach area, and this taxi driver is turning into what looks like people's yards. Like literally, he would make a turn down a road, and the road would turn from like a main road to like somebody's seemingly yard. And it is pitch black dark. Nothing. No lights. No nothing. You can't see anything. You don't see no businesses. All the light that we have is just literally the headlights of that car. So I grabbed onto him and I was like, yo. I said, get your shit. I said, just in case we got to fight. So he over there like, no. I was dead serious, y'all. I was on edge. I was like, all right, so look. This is what we about to do. I took the keys from the place and I had put the key in between like my fingers like this because I was like, I'm going to stab his ass. I was like, I'm going to do whatever because I was like, we're not getting robbed out here.
You can kill all of us.
That's fine. Well, the American went out like a G because I wasn't about to let this man rob me or have somebody hop. I was waiting for the doors to unlock and for somebody to just. I was just thinking sex trafficking, organ harvesting. I'm thinking everything, right? Finally, we see another car coming our way, 2 more cars, and I kind of calmed down. So after that, so be prepared for that. If you're traveling to Tulum from the beach town from the town to the beach. At night, it's very dark. There's no street lights. You're on unpaved roads that have severe potholes, and you're bumping the whole time, and it's weird. So anyways, back to that. So we were pissed. we're like, cool, it's not a big deal. We're going to take a taxi back home. I mean, we're going to walk back home because we're right by our Airbnb. We're going to go in. I think we have some drinks, hang out on the couch together the rest of the night. Watch, Liar Liar. We were just watching stuff on Netflix or whatever. And then we ended up going to bed. The next day, I knew I wanted to do a beach club or whatever, but I knew I didn't want to do completely turned down, but I didn't want to do like Tantra like we did before. I didn't want to go all out. So we'll save that for Friday when it's his birthday. So I tried to find something in between. So we go, we have breakfast at a spot that we love. I would say that's the best part. I'll tell y'all, it's called La something. I'll tell y'all the breakfast spot. It was amazing. What?
It's La something. That don't narrow it down at all.
La Buleta, something like that.
I think that.
La Buleta. So, very good. So we went 3 times total. We went 3 times total for breakfast. Super good. Probably the best food on the trip besides La Barracuda. It's the La's that's giving us the energy. So anyways, to wrap this up here in a few minutes, we end up I end up doing a lot of research. I'm like, I want to find a beach club that has hookah, but has like maybe decent music, whatever. I end up finding Mystico Beach Club. So the night before we went to Mystico, there's like 3 locations. We went to the one that's in the town area by our house, but there's like a small chain. I think there's a total of 3 or 4 of them. And the other 2 are down in the beach area. So we end up going to the beach club, which is at this hotel. So we go back there, and I'm kind of like, oh, Lord, ain't nobody back here. But the dude, the bartender, was super welcoming, like, oh, yeah, come on, pick wherever you want to sit at. He had remembered you from...
somewhere else.
Well, he had been our waiter at one of the other places. I think the night before he had been our waiter at Chambayo. So we were having a good time. We're buying shots. Like, we're having a good time. It's slowly, not filling up, but, like, getting a little more full or whatever. So the music is, like, not bad. It's not that house music. It's more like a little bit of Afro beats, a tiny bit of hip-hop, some old school funk music a little bit, or soul music. It wasn't really a lot of even white people music for real.
So we vibing, we kicking it. Brittney,
I see this girl, she's by herself, and I was like waiting for her to see if a friend popped up. A friend didn't pop up, and I was like, man, I've been on vacation by myself before. Totally recommend traveling by yourself. It's the best. But I've had people come to me like, oh, are you by yourself? And you get 2 vibes. You either get like, are you trying to kill me? Or, cool. So I told her, I was like, hey, walk over. I was like, hey, her name is Mia. I was like, hey, we're here. If you don't have anybody with you, you want to come join us and turn up, like, come on over. We're cool. We ain't trying to have a threesome. Like, if you want somebody to hang out with. So she comes over. Super cool girl. She's from Houston. We're actually going to go out to Houston and visit her because she was super cool. And so we're hanging out with her. So after we're all buying shots, dude was just like, y'all need to just buy a bottle. So we ended up buying the bottle of Don Julio 70. It was like $250. It wasn't. 270 maybe? Maybe like 270.
Pesos?
Dollars.
Oh, okay.
270.
I don't know. So we ordered a bottle, and it's like, okay, this is cool. Like, it makes sense. And Brittney being Brittney.
I invite people, because it's like, we literally have not that long to drink this bottle. We have like 2 hours. And so I'm like, all right. Mind you, we're already like 4 shots in and some drinks. So we're talking about like, it's not like we're starting fresh with this bottle. This is like, we're already drinking. So I find a couple that had said when we were ordering shots before, oh, y'all didn't invite us over. So I was like, all right, I'm going to invite them over or whatever. And there's 2 girls sitting behind us, and one was black, one was white. And I was like, hey, if y'all want, y'all can come over, take shots with us or whatever. So they bring him out. I want to see if I got the video.
They were super dope, by the way. They were from London. And then the other couple were from like LA and San Francisco.
Okay, I never talked to them, so I never quite figured
out.
They
were all really cool.
So I'm going to see if I can show y'all the video of Justin and his bottle service for his birthday. They can't. But y'all can kind of see. Y'all see him with his sparklers? All right. So y'all, that was what was his name? Ruben.
This is important. It's the reason we showed y'all.
So cool. Ruben pours the shots. Ruben has an extra shot glass. Mm-hmm. Ruben pours the shot for himself. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, 1 shot, we're not tripping. We're clearly trying to get rid of this bottle. He saw that we were being generous. It's like, all right, cool. So, 20, 30 minutes later, Ruben comes around and decides it's time for another round of shots. But this time, he wants to take a picture of us. Ruben calls his buddy, the bar back, over and was like, come over and take the picture.
Literally the bar back.
The bar back comes over and was like, I'm not taking this picture. I want a shot too. He pours the bar back a shot and we all take another round of shots. So I'm like, sir, we just spent $207 on this bottle. Like, if you want us to buy you shots, you could have just said that. Like, I don't, and my thing is that you can't sneak shots behind the bar. Like, I was just so damn confused. We gotta talk about the dude that sold us the little. We gotta hurry up because we really do have to finish this. Okay. So, y'all, we have a blast. It was really crazy that, dude was pouring himself drinks, but it was like a good time. He was trying really hard. After we bought the bottle, he was like, okay, write down some songs that y'all like. And so I just wrote down a couple artists. I wrote down basic artists because, I'm not gonna write down like, what's his name? Dude from Griselda that I like.
Westside Gun.
I wasn't gonna write down like Westside Gun because I knew he wouldn't have that. So I wrote down like Drake, Lil Baby. I wrote down Nicki Minaj. I wrote down Rihanna, like Beyonce. Like I wrote down like the top like superstars, right? Because I'm like he has to have it. He's probably using like Pandora or something. So he starts playing a little bit of music for us. It was cool. We had a good time. We leave, and then I don't remember what we do Thursday night.
No, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm trying to look.
It wasn't another Black and Tulum party.
No, it was not another Black and Tulum party.
Okay.
It looks like our night ends after that. So I decide that I'm going to hire a private chef for Justin's birthday to cook breakfast.
Friday is my birthday.
So this is his birthday. So the private chef comes. The menu was very big, decently priced. I can connect you with the chef, the company that I booked it through. But the menu for breakfast was guacamole because he loves guac. He specifically loves his one friend's guac specifically. But I knew he liked guac, so I got the guac. What else did we have? We had turkey sausage because they had either beef or turkey. I didn't want beef, so I got the turkey sausage. We had scrambled eggs. We had chicken burritos. We had blueberry pancakes and a huge fruit platter. So you can talk about how you thought they came. They cooked it all for us. He did the dishes. You can talk about breakfast.
Yeah, I mean it was really good. I mean it was a lot of food. I felt that I could eat it all.
It was a whole lot of food. It was enough food for probably 5 people easily. Easily 5 people. Yeah. Really good experience. And then we kind of sit around and we drink a little bit. And then I'm like, all right, well, what are the vibes for today? He's like, all right, what's our last full day? Let's turn up. It's my birthday. Cool. So we try to go to the other sister beach club to Tantra, which is the one we went to on Tuesday. We try to go early, y'all. It's like
early.
12:30 a.m. 12:30 p.m. We get there and it's already sold out. After we waited in the line for about 25 minutes. We waited in line for about 25 minutes for them to tell us it's sold out. Not coming down the line saying, hey, if you don't have a reservation, you need to leave because we don't have anything available, right? So we go next door, we go back to Tantra. So, in order to even get in there at all, you have to spend it's $150 to get in. Out of the $150, you get half of that to spend towards food and drink. So literally, whatever happened, I don't know math, but whatever.
60.
So $60 is just to be there. The other $60 is towards the spend. $60 gets you 2 drinks, probably. Would you say that's about?
Basically.
$60 gets you 2 drinks. So we knew together we had $150 to spend together, basically, because we both had to pay the individual 150s. So we get a beach bed. We're in there, and it's the same shit from the day before, 2 days before, but it was worse. We were there for 2.5 hours before they played a single non-house music song. 2.5 hours. We were so excited. We both jumped up off the bed when they played a non-house music song. So at this point, we're like 2 shots in. So we'll talk about the tequila a little bit more. They have another crystal añejo, another clear añejo called 1800 Cristianalio. And it's another añejo that's the distilling process makes it clear into the typical deep brownish color that you get. And it doesn't quite have that woody, I don't want to get tequila like nerdy, but most añejos, if you like whiskey or you like bourbon, you'll like añejos. They have a very similar taste to them. So it's not quite that same taste. You get kind of more of that reposado, more of that silver tequila taste, but with the añejo quality. So very smooth, very, very good quality tequila. So we're taking shots of that. We're having a blast. Like, we're having a really good time or whatever. So I think, do you take a nap or did I just only take a nap?
Just you.
I took like a little mini nap or whatever. He wakes me up and was like, let's go get in the pool. I did not want to go get in the pool. But at this point, we're kind of, tipsy. So I knew this was like a birthday, drunk, tipsy decision. We walk over to that pool. Okay. Y'all know what, like, imagine this, but at the top was like brown water. And you mixed it up. That's what that water looked like. I personally think it looked like if you took, this is going to sound nasty. If you took semen and mixed it in this bottle and shook it up, that's what that pool water looked like. He said, let's get in. I said, no. Just come on. So first off, he gets in. He don't even tell me it's a far jump down. It's a far, like, to get down. I damn near break my fucking ankle because I'm clumsy and he didn't tell me it was a far dip down. Get in the pool. We're in there. Mind you, y'all, we are 2 of 7 black people, maybe 5.
Max.
And they're playing that house music, and we're just sitting there. We're like, whatever. We had met some girls that were sitting behind us, and I made friends with them because y'all know I like taking pictures of people. So I was taking their pictures, and they thought I was so bomb just because I was taking good pictures of them or whatever. So we're sitting there. We get in there. Right as we get in, they start playing black music. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. Like, it's a vibe or whatever. How many minutes of black music do we get?
Maybe 10 minutes.
And all of a sudden, Coco's back. Coco's back.
But this time he got a
saxophone player with him. And they get in that pool and they are getting their shit off. They bring out the Mexican flag. They bring out a flag for every restaurant that's in that Rosa Negra group. And they're just waving the flags. And they got another fashion show going, by the way. Another fashion show going, y'all. This time it's the beach clothes. I'm sorry, they do 3 fashion shows while we're there. They do 3 fashion shows while we're there. And some of the stuff was kind of cute. Like, we both saw stuff we liked, but I was like, no. We're in there, and I'm just like, we're in this cum water. I'm like, I could barely see I'm sitting on the side, and I look down, I could barely see my foot. So I'm just like, I'm grossed out, because I'm like, I'm like, people be fucking in this pool. I know they be fucking in this pool. That's the same thing he did, but I know they be fucking in that pool. I'm just disgusted. So I'm like, here we go again. We can't catch a break. Every time we think we're catching a vibe, it's a wrap.
Nope.
So we end up getting out. We're both like, let's just go. We got dinner plans. We're going to turn up tonight. Like, let's just go. It's a good chance to just go. So we go. We get lunch. Is that where we found the burrito spot?
Yeah.
It's called Bueno Burrito, right?
Yeah. Bueno Amor.
Bueno Amor. Burrito Amor. Sorry. So we found a burrito spot. It was like semi-farm to table, and I use that because I don't think they use that phrase in Mexico, but everything was very organic. It was very local grown, very clean. He really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I liked the other place more, but he really enjoyed it. He said it was probably one of his favorite meals while we were there. So we randomly looked up on that. Our taxi driver told us about that. So we got that. We went back. By the way, please make sure you have plenty of cash in Tulum. You are going to need it. The taxis, a lot of the restaurants don't take cards, so please make sure you have plenty of cash or plenty of pesos when you're in Tulum. What?
Nah, about brunch. You good?
Are we good? They coming?
I don't know.
Okay. So, we're having that. We go back to the room. Do we even take naps? Because I feel like we were scared. No, you don't take a nap. Because he's like, if I lay down, I already know I'm not going to get up. And this is our last night, so I don't want that to be the case. So I take like a little hour, maybe hour and a half nap. Get up. We get dressed. I look really cute. Justin look good. I'm feeling like all happy. I'm like, this is about to be a vibe. So now is the night we're going to go to this Rosa Negra restaurant, which is the restaurant I went to for my birthday dinner originally. I was super excited to re-experience it with him because I knew it was going to be a turn-up kind of thing. I'm like, fuck it. It's going to be overpriced, but we're going to go for the vibes. First off, y'all, the traffic to get down there was horrendous. It was DC traffic to get there. But there's one road in, one road out. The road goes one direction each way. Terrible traffic, pedestrian traffic along the same road. It is just crazy. So we're like 20 to 25 minutes late. We leave the house at 10 to get to the hotel, to get to the restaurant by 10:30. We don't get there until about 10:45, 10:50. We're late. We get there. They still take our reservations after we wait at the door for like maybe about 10 minutes, I think, just to get to talk to the lady at the door. They seat us, right? And we see very quickly the music's turned up, but now the music is a little better. The music is a mixture of that house music, but a lot more of the hip hop, the more popular music, pop music was mixed in. So I'm like, okay, this is okay. But I don't do crowds. I don't do large amounts of people. I'm just feeling overwhelmed already, right? Because the whole experience to just get down there was a lot. I'm like, it's cool. The food is going to be good. I had it before. We get there. The waiter was like, he looks at him and goes, how hungry are you? So I didn't hear what he said, but I said, okay, why?
Once again, we're at a place you can't hear each other talk.
So he's like in his ear, like, and I'm like, okay, what was he whispering to you, right? He's like, he asked me how hungry I was, and I was like, what? So he brings back the menu. He brings us a menu for a totally different restaurant, y'all. He brings us the menu for Tora Tora, which is the restaurant I initially had his birthday dinner booked at, but canceled it because I really wanted to experience Rose and Negra. Even though the reservations weren't until 10:30 at night, I was like, forget it. We're just going to do it. So I'm like, looking at the menu. We had both already prepared what we were going to order. We knew what we wanted to eat. And we're looking at it and we're like, where's the food that we want? So I'm like, are we accidentally at the wrong restaurant? Because I know they're like right beside each other. So I was like, maybe we're at the wrong restaurant. Like maybe the taxi driver didn't tell us right or whatever. So I'm looking, I'm like, no, this is Rose and Negra. I remember being here the last time. I asked the dude, I was like, what is this menu? He's like, oh, we have 2 menus. I'm like, well, we came here for Rose and Negra, so where's the Rose and Negra menu? So we get the menu, we both order drinks. I think it was called the Prohibition or something like that. It was like a take on an old fashioned. It was kind of like an old fashioned. We both ordered that. It's funny because I didn't know he wanted it. He didn't know I wanted it. We both ended up ordering the same drink. He orders the crab legs. I order the shrimp risotto. And we wait for about 25 to 30 minutes to get a cocktail. He went to the bathroom, came back. Mind y'all, everywhere we're at, everybody's just videoing. Twerking, not even twerking. It's not like Atlanta brunch twerk. Like they're up, like actually dancing and hyping up all around. We're jam packed in there. It's an outdoor restaurant. So I'm already like, this is whack. Like this is too much. I'm just ready to go. We weren't even that hungry because we had a late dinner. We had a late lunch. We weren't even crazy hungry. So I'm just like, I was gonna tell him like, let's just go. But it was his birthday dinner, so I didn't want to interrupt it. We really got there yet. Okay, so let me wrap this up. So, anyways, we're there. Dude comes back to the table and was like, yeah, so we don't have either one of y'all meals. We was like...
He brought it to me. Thankfully.
I must have looked like
thankfully, he brought it to me. And I'm like, you know what? It's funny you mentioned it. I was going to wrap this up anyway.
Never got our drinks, y'all.
Yeah, never got our drinks. I was like, we had some water. We cool. I was like, just wrap this whole thing up. He said, you don't even want the cocktail? I was like, no, we've been hit. And I was like, no, I don't want none of this. So we literally got up, walked out, cool. So we
walked because I had bought tickets to another Black in Tulum party when they require you buy tickets. They had changed the venue from one location to another because they said the other location was too small. So we're like, all right, we're going to walk down to the party, forget it, whatever. So trying to change the energy around. We walk past this other hookah spot. I'm like, it's his birthday. I'm going to get us 2 shots of Azul. Like, I'm going to make the energy change. We're not going to ruin the night. I jokingly said to him, these shots will probably be like $100. And he was like, no. Like, probably like 50. 2 shots of Azul. $77 before the tip. As in, I still had to tip his ass. He was so happy. I was wondering why he was so happy when we came. I was wondering why he was so happy. Now I know because you ripped us off. Y'all know a bottle of that is about $150, I think. So yeah, I was pissed about that. But I'm like, again, it's your birthday, anything for you. It's cool. $77. I'm not tripping. Like, let's go have fun. We get down to the place where the party's at. We see a bunch of Black people leaving out. One girl says, girl, I can't even believe it. They shut the party down as soon as we got in there.
What time is it at this point? It's early.
11. It's 11. The party was supposed to be over till 1 a.m. It's 11 a.m. So I'm like, again, we're not 11 p.m. Maybe it's 11. No, it's probably 11:30 actually because we did wait. We didn't even get seated at the restaurant until about 11. So yeah, it's like right before 11. So by about 11:30, 11:35. So we're like, cool. Again, we're not going to end this night. We're going to have a good time. It's his birthday. So we walk down to the other company's having a party. Black Tulum is having a party at Mystico, at Mambo Room or Mambo Lounge. And I'm like, cool. It's not that much further. We'll walk down there. So we're walking. And we get there. Dude was like, I'm going to be honest with you. It's $20 to get in. I'm shutting it down at 12:20. He was like, it's like almost like 11:45 at this point. There's no seating. He said, you can't get no hookah. So yeah, you can come in if you want, but like I wouldn't even recommend it. I was just like, I felt so defeated. So we're both just like, you know what, it's okay. We're over this whole experience. We're just gonna go home. We're gonna have a good time. We're just gonna go home. We had a decent time here. We're gonna get ready. We had to leave for the airport at 4:30 in the morning. I was like, God is trying to tell us, take your ass home. He's protecting us from something. Mm-hmm. We get in a taxi. We call a taxi. Taxi comes around. And I'm like, how much to get back? I thought he said 300 pesos. 300 pesos, 700 pesos, as in about $35 to get back to our hotel. And we were closer because we had walked down pretty far to get back to our hotel. I was livid. So we went in the house and we both just said, never again. And let's wrap it up with why we're saying never again. Do you want me to start or do you want to start?
Well, let me say this because, like I said in the beginning, these little hype pages, Black in Tulum, Tulum Black, niggas in Tulum, whatever it is.
That's what I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna call this niggas in Tulum.
Yo, please stop falling for the hype. Like all this false advertisement. Like he literally said to my face, to our faces, like, yo, we gonna be lit, you know, we ain't gonna close to at least 1. We probably gonna push it to later than that. So I'm like, okay, so we got time to go dinner and do whatever we gotta do, blah, blah, blah. We'll be back, plenty of time. So he lied to my face, whatever. And again, I congratulated him. I was like, yo, I've been hearing about Black in Tulum through her. Like, you obviously built a brand in such a short amount of time.
We even asked him, like, how could he get down here to DJ? He was telling us like a pool of DJs, like you let us know when you're coming, or if you want to come, we'll put you on the schedule. You got to take care of your own accommodations, but like if you want to do that,
no. I ain't doing none of this. Unorganized.
Y'all, it was very
unorganized. I'm not
unorganized.
doing none of that.
It was very. So here's my final word on it. Tulum is for people who there's 2 travelers. I think it's for people like my cousin who are very spiritual people. It is very much a bohemian, spiritual experience. Like, if you want, she did like this bathhouse. If you're into that kind of stuff, I could see Tulum being okay for you. But if you're not really like that and you enjoy Tulum, it's because you care about what social media and what it looks like when you vacation. We do a lot of cool shit on vacation that y'all don't ever see. Like, we just don't take pictures of it. Like, we just don't. Like, we're not.
We just like to.
We like to have fun.
I like to be present.
Yeah.
I don't care about showing you where I'm at, what I'm doing for a look. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, I can put anything out there, and y'all
or nothing.
Or
and
nothing.
y'all gonna think the same thing. It's like it doesn't matter. Like y'all thinking that we had a good vacation doesn't matter to us. It doesn't change if we had a good vacation or not, right?
I don't care.
So yeah, we don't care. Now we both like pictures, but it's not like the point of our trip. So if you're the type of person that if you want to go out there to get the photo op off, you want to get the pictures in front of the big lady that has the titties and all that. If you want to get that picture, you want to get pictures by the signs. If you want to get photos and get the vibe of look at me in Tulum off, for sure, please by all means go. But if you're a person who actually enjoys things that are cultural, restaurants that are worth the price of the food that you're paying for, like here's the thing, don't get us wrong. Justin and I, we like expensive dinners. But when we go, we get the food that matches. The quality of the food always matches the price that we're paying. We never trip on spending $300 or $400 on a dinner because it's usually worth it. You go out there and spend $300 or $400, it's going to be, you're paying to be in dimly lit restaurants with house music playing in the background. It's like the quality of the food is just not really there. It's very much a big photo op. It's very much hype. It's very much like it's the place to go to say that you went. To me, it's like they took Atlanta or Houston and they dropped it in the jungle, because everywhere you go there's hookah. Y'all know people in Mexico, regular Mexicans, they are not smoking hookah with their damn dinner. Everywhere you go, it's very much like photo op, lights. Everything's very picturesque. It's very much to create a vibe. And not picturesque in the sense of like, this is beautiful naturally. Picturesque in the sense of like, no, like, I know you want to get your photos off right here. So it's very much designed for that experience. It's not designed necessarily for a regular black person from America to enjoy themselves. I'm not saying you can't with the right group or whatever, but if you're talking about going out, having a good time, just authentically having fun, Tulum's not the place. I'd recommend Playa del Carmen. I'd recommend Cancun. I've never been to Riviera Maya, but I've heard great things. Cabo. I told him, Cabo is what Tulum wants to be. Cabo is very high end. Cabo's very luxury. It has its regular all-inclusive shit too. But when you go to Cabo and you spend money on things in Cabo, you get the quality. Cabo is very much like, it gives me Orange County, like California vibes. Like it's where the luxury vacations happen. I've been to a 5-star resort in Cabo and it was phenomenal. And you got treated that way and everything was, that level was to that service. Tulum is like, the roads are not there, the infrastructure's not there, you don't have any phone service, it's dusty, it's, I won't say dirty, it's just very jungle, it's very underdeveloped. So unless you're into like truly authentic vibes of like you really want to be in the jungle and thugging it out, if you're looking for true luxury, like it's there, but I don't know that the money necessarily matches with the level of luxury you're getting. To me, when I pay for luxury, I'm thinking that resort I stayed at in, Cabo versus some of the stuff that I saw in the hotel zone in Tulum. So all in all, I'd say hyped. Probably won't go back. Maybe if someone wanted me to plan a destination wedding there, cool, because I wouldn't be paying for me to go back anyways, but I would not go back. I would say, don't waste your time. If you guys want to know other places to travel in Mexico, I'd be super happy to help you. If you do want to go to Tulum and you want my recommendations, there are a few things I would recommend, and I'd be happy to share them with you. But if you're asking me specifically if I would recommend for you to go, the answer would be no, but I don't want that to discourage you if you're really passionate about it. But if you're going for the photo ops and that's all you care about is just looking like you're doing cool shit on Instagram, it's the perfect place to go.
Have a blast, because that's literally all it is. Like, people go in there just to be on the photos. Mm-hmm. If you're somebody like me that wants to be present, enjoy where you're at.
It's too much going on. It's way too much going on. So, and Black and Tulum owes me so much money. I have paid for so many parties that I couldn't even get into that past week. So I'm going to definitely send them a DM and let them know. So just be cautious, y'all. Remember, everything on that glitters is not gold. I would say Tulum is
Instagram.
So with that being said, where to next?
To brunch, because I'm hungry. And we got to keep the celebration going because that last ride didn't do it.
All right, well, where to next? We're going to brunch. I don't know where we're traveling to next, but apparently brunch. But thanks for recording with me, Justin.